So I saw a video on Facebook of a trick, and I just want to see if it can work. I'm going to mix up some resin, and what do I think? What color? I think a pink, since we're doing hearts. Actually, I think I want to do purple, because I have some purple things I want to use. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this and have this on the bottom of it. So I need this shape. I'll do it with a marker to go around it. Oops. Okay. I have to get that out there with some alcohol or something later. An eyelash. I'm shedding. Okay, so I'm gonna cut on the inner part of the line because obviously I was on the outside of the mold, so hopefully this will be good and we can set it down in the mold to be sure. It's just a first try, it may not work, but we'll give it a shot. Not expecting perfection here today. Okay. Yeah, definitely a little bit too big. Because, in fact, I think I just wanted this inner part, so let's see how much we have to take off. A little bit here, and then we'll set it in and see how much after that. And I'm cutting like a lunatic here. Okay, so we're close. And I think we'll trim off this edge here that's sticking out. Oops. Okay, I made it a little bit wonky. Okay, so that's definitely not even.
Yes, well that is ready for.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so that's good enough for government work. Good enough for government work. There we go. Oh, I'm suffering today. My shoulder blade feels like it's out of the socket or whatever it is, you know? It's killing me. At any rate. Let's give this some color. And sadly, my heat gun chose that life was not for it. And gave up the ghost, I guess. It's really sad because I only had it for a few weeks and my son already had to fix it once, so very sad. I want this to be fairly light, but I do want the mica all mixed in. A nice delicate purple. Yeah, this has tons of bubbles. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it in here because if it drips, then it'll be easily contained. I was gonna do some sparkles, but I decided against it. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna cover the bubbles so that they're like a, you know, a little container, not container, but whatever, a little hole, a little divot of a heart shape first. And then if I don't like how that looks, we'll try to get it just between the hearts, so it's just an outline, which is what I saw somebody doing on their bubble wrap. It was like, so it would give it sort of a honeycomb appearance. But since mine is heart-shaped, I thought it would be really cute to have the little divot of a heart. And if not, the outline of a heart would be fun too. Just want to make sure we have them covered without going over much. So far I don't think we have gone over, which is good. And again, I will coat, you know, this will be at the bottom of this, and then clear resin over it probably. Okay, handy dandy little blocker here before we get our light. I have my concerns that it won't even come off of the plastic, but we'll see. She did not show that part, getting the plastic off of it, but I figured even if I can't get the plastic off of it, I could just sink this down in. We will see. We'll figure out something, and if nothing else, we will learn and we will grow, right? The pain in my shoulder is just killing me. If I keep my arm close to my body, it's not too awful. Okay, so I believe I will go ahead and point this up and set it on it for a little bit. I mean, people put plastic and resin all the time, you know, they print out stickers or whatever on plastic and put it in there, so if nothing else, it will not go to waste. Alright, so let's see what we're working with here. Feels nice and firm. Ooh, it is hot, hot, hot. Okay, look at that. Isn't that cool looking though? Got some crumbs off of something from the drawer. I spilled catnip in the drawer, and it has, even though I've dumped the drawers out and everything, a little bit of catnip is here and there for sure. Alright, has it cooled? It is still slightly sticky. I feel like this is not going to come out. No, that is not coming out, is it? I had a feeling, but that feels real good in there. And in fact, I think it acted kind of like shrink wrap when I used the light on it. So I am not going to worry about pulling it out. I am going to harden it the rest of the way. And then I'm going to go along here with resin so it can't be filled or cause bubbles. And make sure it's flat. There we go. So I'm not sure how she did that. Something tells me she had an actual mold to do what she did, or maybe it was AI. I don't think so though. I'm usually pretty good at realizing something is AI, but it is getting better and better these days, huh? Now let's see if we can wash this, maybe shrink. Like heat up and melt or something. Is it doing that? It doesn't appear to be, but you can tell like it's really sucked into that. Yeah, I had a feeling that's how this was gonna go, but knowing I had the heart bubble wrap, I was so excited to just give it a try. And I knew that if this happened, no big deal. It's still super cute. Okay, so I think the best course of action for here is to start filling this and cure that, and then set this on there with a little bit of resin under it, and then do the edges and then sink it. or fill it, if you will, whatever works. I'm gonna make sure I'm in the frame. I hope all that's been in the frame. Okay, all right, so I don't want it to be as purple down here. I want it to be kind of light. I would like this to be, you know, real like dainty, feminine. So we'll just get lighter and lighter as we go. And again, I do not have my heat gun. I don't have my 99% alcohol yet, but I do have 91. I have not had any problem using the 91% alcohol. A lot of people, I think, with UV resin have been having a lot of issues, and I'm not sure if they're using too much, because like if I use too much of the little inks that you can buy and stuff like that, it doesn't set well. It's sticky and stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna come along the edge here and try to go slow in hopes that bubbles are less. Hopefully my son can. I have another heat gun, but it's like a real strong heat gun that I had for my business for shrink wrapping and stuff. And it's somewhere out in the garage, you know. Seeing that it still needs to fill those bubbles on the side. I'm not sure. Oh, it's just bubbling there. Look at that. There. Okay. I wonder, I think this is air patches, how it's whiter here. Oh goodness, we don't want that. I didn't have any problems the first time I used this. Yeah, that's definitely air down in there. I wish I had like, well, if I can just shove it in, but I think that's gonna end up having bubbles. If I had a Come on, cooperate, will ya? Oh, it's just that set. So let's try to get some more resin to override, maybe. Come on, weigh those bubbles down, pop them, fill them up, please. Is that what I do? We're done. It's very frustrating. Let me see. Maybe with one of my poker things here. That just moved it. Yeah, look at those bubbles. They are really determined to stay where they're at. I'll have to try and zoom in on that and see if you guys can see that. What it's doing is just going around and around. Let me see, do I have a toothpick anywhere? Maybe a toothpick with a tiny bit of alcohol on it. Or even the end of this with alcohol on it. Let's see what we can do. No. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I'm lost without my heat gun. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find the one in the closet. I will have to be much more careful with it though, because like I said, it's very powerful. Okay, so hopefully that won't be a big deal. Now we're going to put our little layer, continue putting our layer up here, I mean. And I want just enough that we can set that down, because the sides aren't very high up. heat gun, I could spread this out. Look at the bubbles going. We don't want you, bubbles. We do not want you. There, popped some. Okay, I think that's good enough to set this there, but beforehand, let's go along the edges and cover this up so it can't suck in. Now I'm going to go over here to do the lamp, so I have to move everything around. Just enough to secure those edges. Alright, and I'll do the next section. And I think a lot of it got closed up anyway. I think some of the resin had gone along the side. I just want to make sure. This is kind of the junk journaling coming through into the resin. Uh-oh, some leaked on me and it's going to want to solidify on my hand. Time for the alcohol. I know I said I was going to wear gloves, but I did this on a whim. It's actually hot. Not as hot today. It's only in the 80s. Praise the Lord. But I did this on a total whim because I was not planning to do resin right now, but I saw that video and I thought of my heart bubble wrap and I had to. So, oh, that is still sticky on the sides. And let's see, where, okay, notice I haven't done it here because I can see that is, try to fill up this little bucket here. And this one here. And here, and then along here there was this little bitty bit of a hole, and this one here. Alright, so the edges, they're not fully set or anything, but they are coated and closed off, I believe. And this went that way on me. This must not be flat here. Come on. I think we're going to have to go ahead and fill it and then just set this on the top. There's the bubbles, so let's see. Now, I could use the plain, or I could bring out my purple alcohol ink. Might as well, huh? And see what happens. Pop those bubbles. And get a little sparkle in there. Yeah. And there we go. Cure this enough to set the other thing on top, which is very sticky on back. And obviously I'll need to do the underside as well, but I just need to get this top section good enough that I can set this on it, and hopefully it will be cute. Okay, so I'm hoping that is good enough. Seems to be. So I'm going to clean my hands some more. I don't have paper towels in here today, so I can't do my wad like I usually do, but I do have these wipes, and I just pour some alcohol on them and that helps. So now we're just going to put, oh, I dripped it on there, and I was just going to coat on here. Set this on here, and I'll have to do something with the edges because they look a little shoddy, but I think what I'll do is come along with one of these tiny tip bottles and just do a little design around the outside with a darker purple. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to set up the underneath and then set it on top of this. I need to get a setup done, but I have not done that yet. I'm just gonna do this and hold this one over it. I also got some tiny, tiny little flowers. Hopefully you'll be able to see those. They aren't quite as described, but I can make use of them for sure. Yeah, I can see bubbles down in the side of this. On something like this though, it would be cute as long as they don't mess with the integrity of the piece. Like if they are at the edge of this and pop a hole in it, it's different than just being little tiny bubbles floating about. But it looks like there are bubbles up in this part too. Learn and grow, right? Man, my shoulder hurts so bad. Weird, I think I just saw some liquid move inside of one of the hearts. Okay, that should be plenty of time. Okay, so I'm gonna let it cool down before we do that. Now, in the meantime, I will mix up a darker, because if we want, I could put a dome on this. I'll show you the one I made before. Oh, got a hair on it. And then a scuff. So I had to use my Dremel on that. So this is what it will look like. Bedazzled pieces everywhere when it comes out. So I could put a dome on it if I wanted. Oh my gosh. Did I do this backwards? I'm freaking out. I hope I'm just wigging. At any rate, that thing I'm gonna make a snow globe. This, I was going to just make a pretty dish somebody can set something on, or, you know, we're just plain, but yeah, see, I was gonna have it go like this, but I hadn't thought about, oh my goodness, my brain. This is what happens when you just get up and start doing and you're in pain and can't think straight, but we learn and we grow, right? It is still very hot. Oof, it's burning me. I should let it set completely, but my brother wants a ride and I need to get myself ready for that. Ow. Ooh, those are bendy, so yeah, I guess I will have to wait until it cools. The whole thing is still bendy, wow. If I didn't let it cool down, I could force these bubbles upward. Would that be cute? I'm trying to think. So it kind of frames it. I'm trying to think if that would be cute. I think it would, and then it could be like a plaque. I could put something on the front and have a little frame that holds it up. No, it'd bring the whole thing with it. Okay, so we're gonna just leave it alone. That would be cute if it wouldn't bring it the rest forward with it. So I'm gonna want to make this darker purple, and I think we'll give it some sparkle. Why couldn't it be my left shoulder blade, you know? Why did it have to be my right? And nothing happened. I just woke up that way. So let me see if any of these other fine glitters I have would. I don't think gold. Let's see, more gold. What do I have purple in? How about silver? Oh no, the silver is spilling. I thought that was nice and taped shut. Apparently the tape that had it shut caught on something and opened, so the back of my desk is going to be quite pretty. Now, just reaching with my arm is so painful. I'm so glittery. Wow. Well, nobody would get away with killing me, would they? The glitter would be all over them. Let's mix that glitter in. Give it a nice little sparkle. Oh yeah, it's pretty. Okay, and then we take this and pop that in there. Maybe a little bit more. I'm just going to drop that down in there. Alright, and that'll be ready. If this is ready to demold, and it feels like it is. So there is what would usually be how it went, which kind of looks like an ashtray to me without the dome. But this is how I am doing it. It makes it very clear that this is a little blah on the edges, you know. But we couldn't set a dome there, at least not and be held, unless we glued the dome there. Yeah, I don't know. This looks like a bottle cap or... So, we did learn that the bubble wrap, you know, didn't do what we had hoped. Although, I'm going to take another little bit of scrap and see what happens if we just go around the hearts. Please excuse my tremor. It's even worse today because of my shoulder. These are kind of ridiculous. I'm squeezing like with all my might here. So I'm gonna go just around. Okay. And we'll hide those. I have a peach in my mouth. I didn't mean to have it take so long to chew it. I was going to chew it up real quick. Let's see if we see it shrinking or anything like that. Oh, my stomach just growled. Okay. I'll just turn it over. Now here's where I thought I saw that it was shrinking a bit. And you can see how different it looks where the stuff is, but it's not shrunk, I don't think. Alright, let's see. If we can get it out. Oh, look at that. Yes?
Online, and they have a rollback one for $30.
Yeah.
Do you have to buy it?
I don't have any money. Yeah, I don't have, and I don't even have gas money to go anywhere. Like, I'm broke.
Keith filled up your tank for you.
I didn't get paid, so.
You haven't been paid?
No, it landed on a cycle where I don't have any hours in that pay period because I only get 69 hours a month, and I've never had it land like that, but it did this time, so.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you put it as a online order and I pick it up? And pay cash, or is that not a way it can't be there?
No, you can't. You have to pay for it for them to do a pickup.
And of course I'm down to my last $70.
Yeah. Oh,
Goes wrong all at once.
Did you try putting it in a bag and put it in the freezer so it cools down completely and see if it'll come back on?
I'm gonna do that right now, but
Yeah, because...
it's not even one you can pop apart at all.
Right, yeah, none of them are.
None of them
So, it did work. I could make it heart like honeycomb even if I want. That's cute. So what if I were to do some of these and come along the side with it to hide the... Hi, Wheezy girl. Gammy loves you. You shouldn't be in here when I'm doing resin though. I do love you. I miss you. My sweet baby. I know, it's hot again today, isn't it? At least it's not as hot. So this is how it looks coated, and that is how it looks just peeled off. I really like that. Shoot, that could be an earring. I could sand it around. Man, now my brain's really working. Not seeing a lot of the sparkle. Let me turn on this light. You see, not much of the sparkle shows. That's cool. I wonder if I were to do in a row and pull it out before it's super set and then just wrap it around here. Let's see what we can do. Obviously these aren't, well, they're kind of straight this way, but then it's a sideways heart, so. All right, so. Hi, Weezy, I love you. Didn't want that one, but it looks like it's coming. Okay. I just want to do it long enough that I can pull it out and hopefully still bend it, kind of mold it around. Where did this come from? There must have been something stuck in the mold that I didn't notice. See what we can do. Yeah, maybe that we can't, you know, that wasn't connected, so. May not be that we can't get it out fast enough to have it be pliable. Oh, it's coming, so. Let's see. It's cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna snip that one off. Wow. I mean, it's different, but I like it. It's like, I mean, nobody would have one like it for sure, you know? It's an original. And I can put on top of here, let me see. Okay, so these are half. So kind of hard to hold it. I'm not sure that one is that cute. Let's try one of these. That's just a big rhinestone. It's not quite right either. I love you. That is cute, but I think, you know, from the inside view, you'd just be seeing a flat back, so maybe not. What is it, my darling? Okay. Let's see what I think. Yeah, I really like it. Oops, I let it burlap. And then I could also, on one part, have it as kind of offset here, like at this part, if I want. Alright, so let's do another couple to get this all the way around. I could actually bedazzle the top of it. Okay. Struggling to get that one off of there this time. Okay, I want to add it backwards like we did that one. And oh, that bit fell apart. So if we connect it here, come on. I might just snip or start one that has a lower at each end. But this one is kind of, but I can make that come together in the end. With this one, which is will be a lower. Hopefully I'm in frame. Onto this one. Man, I'm squeezing so hard. Hard for me anyway, especially with that shoulder the way it is. But my left hand is so much worse for the trimmer. And then I will end on this one so that there's a lower and those pieces will have something to come to. So, yep. Make sure we don't get any gaps. Oh wow. This one just isn't even filled right here. I did go up a little higher there, but that's okay. Again, bottom here is not filled. Okay, everything else looks good. Ow. I fixed my tank top sleeve in about, oh, that hurts. Chronic pain is no fun. And then throw in getting old on top of it. That part and that part look like we don't have much, but it should be enough. I'm hoping that my resin ships today, or already shipped. I found a good deal from a manufacturer for, let me see, I want to say $1/4 of the price. So I'm hoping to get that soon and that it is a good quality product so that I can do more projects, because there's about 1/4 of this left, so maybe 200 or 250 grams, and that is not going to go very far. And I'm trying to make a bunch of stuff to get ready for, you know, like the holidays and stuff. I know it's way ahead, but I want to be ready. Okay, so curve it around. Okay, and then I can trim that off of the top. It's pretty well on there. I might have to cut it or Dremel it off. Okay. So then I'll need to glue that one there and that one there. Okay. So let's try to put it around, see if we have enough. I think we need a little bit more yet. We're gonna be just barely shy, aren't we? Yep. It's okay. Cool. So, to do that, we're going to need, it's going to need to be, okay, because we just got the right thing on there, up, down. So if we come to the end here, we're going to need, that's up, that's down, so we're going to need a down, up. All right, so let's get a down, up. Okay, about right there. I want to make sure. Okay. Okay, should be good. Get it out of there quick, hopefully. There we go. And of course, curve it around. Make it fit. All right. Now we have our pieces. I'm gonna curve that while it cools. So I think this is cute and interesting. I like kind of different things though. You guys tell me what you think. And if nothing else, it's we're learning something, we're practicing, we're doing, we're growing. And also, nothing is going to waste. Because if nobody else likes this, I will. And I can set stuff on it. And this gives it a lip so things won't roll away. Okay. So again, I'm just going to check and make sure we have. No, I'm going to here, this here, and this here, and we'll start with this one. Doesn't really matter where it goes. I just want to get it affixed. So I'm going to put some here. Let's see, where's it going to go there? So I'm going to put some here, and then some here, some on here, and some here, and right here. Just a little tiny bit to hold it in place. Trying to figure out how I can hold this on here to add some more in that little spot and kind of stick it to it. Okay, try to do this. Hold it one-handed. Ah, I screwed it up, dang it. See if we can get that to hold somewhere. Ah, we totally didn't. We totally didn't. All right. So if we can just hold it in one place and get it there. Is it held? No. Where's all these of you? Okay, so we got it to hold in those spots. Come through and get it to hold. I'm just going to put it on the back of this so I know I'm getting it in the right spot. And I didn't put my mic on or anything for this. I'm sure somebody is going to tell me, don't mum it to yourself. Oftentimes I am not actually mumbling to myself. The sound on YouTube just doesn't come through good. And even when I put it on 300 in the editing software or even higher, sometimes it still comes through very quiet. And I don't know why, because I'm not a soft-spoken person. So unbeknownst to me, I ran out of space and my camera went off. But this is what it has become so far. Cat hair flying everywhere. And I really like it. Kind of whimsigoth, princesscore, grunge, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe filling something in along the sides here in clear. That way people, if they set their rings or earrings or anything in here, wouldn't, you know, get stuck down in there. And I'm gonna put a layer down here. And I'm thinking about bedazzling the edges of this, but then I think I really just like it how it is. So if I put clear here though, I don't think I'm gonna be able to stop it from coming out of this. So I'm not sure. Maybe just earrings wouldn't be a good thing to set on here. Okay. I'm trying to think, like, just grab some things to set on here. A marble, giant marble. So anyway, tell me what you think. What would you do with it at this point? And what would you use it for if you were
perfect size
going to use
cup
it?
holder for a 20-ounce Gatorade. It is also
Okay, so I used the rest of this bottle mostly for those beads, and I'm just going to pour the rest of this into this little mold here. But beforehand, I want to coat it with a little bit of color shifting mica powder. And uh-oh, something appears to have, oh no, that leaked. Not much, but it doesn't take much. Look at that. Wow. Okay. So I think we'll go with the orchid. And this is definitely going to get on there. I'm going to clean this off a little bit, but I'm betting some of that would transfer anyway. Have myself a peach. These, they're very good. Okay. I really want it up higher, like here. And around on this. I don't want so much in the middle. So I do not have a Q-tip in here. But I have this, so try and clean some out. There, I think. And just spread it around a little bit on the brush so it doesn't look like it was just wiped away. Okay. Close that up. And I think we should have just enough for this. Letting it fill in some. I think we can put a little bit more in. It looks to me like there are bubbles. which I can't do much about without a heat gun or lighter or something, but I will spritz it with my alcohol and hope for the best. It looks to me like right there is bubbling out, which would be in the integrity of the piece. Do it on this one. I don't know if you'll be able to see. There. That'll give it some nice iridescent or whatever look to it. A little bit more over here. Whoop! That was a lot. And we will just let it dissipate or evaporate, which the light will do to it anyway. Actually, did I wipe around the edge? Because okay, I want to see if you can see it glittering with the light while the alcohol dissipates, evaporates. Goodness. So anyhow, different things glow with this light on. Was it no? This no. Does the glue? No, it's something on the glue. The glue itself must. Okay, so then more. The other light. And I don't know if you're able to see the matte under here. It's purple, but it glows just bright pink. Because it's kind of dark, it will take a little bit longer, but it does look like it is done. I'm going to sit right on the light. It's very hot. I really need to create my setup. Okay. It's pulling away from the bottom already. Woof. It's very thick. Turn this over so we can see it without all the rest. Pretty. It'll need to be sanded, of course. You can tell where the iridescent is, or the color changing. And you can see the beautiful silver glitter. Oh man. Definitely have to sand off some edges. Pretty, pretty.